And off we go from Santa Clara. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A first down throw for Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Now he takes off. And Purdy going to smartly hit the deck here as he's able to pick up the first down in the process. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Well, he's doing it all on this drive. He's throwing the ball well, and now he's able to use his legs to pick up good yardage and get a fresh set of downs.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
3rd and short. Purdy under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On 4th down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response. as the kick's away. Panay Wanwu now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Rodgers here on second down. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Hall. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Jets first down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those Jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll set up the screen to Hall. Whoa! That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Hall, a first down and more. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. 49ers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. So Kittle comes in motion. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run once more with McCaffrey. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. pickup of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. An injured player on that one, and it's Nick Bosa. Game stopped as they come to look at the outstanding defender. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this 1st half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
On fourth down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Ricky Pearsall deep for the Niners. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. He's got it! A big play there with Purdy to Ayuk. It covers 51 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Third and goal. They need 2. Here's Purdy. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
That penalty is declined.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Looking deep for Lazard. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They trail by 2. And we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Jair Brown on the tackle. From the gun, Rodgers. He runs with it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the give, it's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
A give. Here's Hall. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. The veteran Leonard Floyd, they're on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Rodgers. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate that ball bounced right back to him. He's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as he's on to punt for the second time. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Niners offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throwing again is Purdy. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Gibson now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. They will run it over center with Hall. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the run, here's Hall. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Jair Brown on the tackle. Here's third down and a few inches. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on third down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. Nice move, slips a tackle, gets forward for a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
First and 10. Purdy. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, out to punt. Xavier Gibson, the Week 1 hero back in 2023, deep to return. And no chance of the run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Now Rodgers. A throw left side taken in by Corley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick first down. So 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They've got all 3 timeouts left but need to score quick. It's first and 10. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. He'll look underneath for Hall.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get that to Wilson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Here we go. First and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Alanoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup. Tried again here from the 7-yard line, second down and goal. Rodgers going up top again. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Extra point try now for Zerline. It's up and through. And the Jets will cut it to a 2-point lead. With one timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.